On April 14th, 2016, I dreamt that I was visiting relatives a few hours away from where I live, and we were all kind of sleeping in a living room together. But it wasn't really a living room in a house, it was more like a living room set up in a mall where there was like a little furniture store. And some disaster had happened, some catastrophe, and we were all crammed on the sofa cushions, all around, like crammed together, trying to sleep in this one area. And we were all in a deep sleep, like we were traumatized and kind of out of it. And my nephew woke up and he kind of started asking me for medicine because I was awake and everyone else was asleep. And I said, well, what kind of medicine? Like a cold medicine? And he said, yes. So I looked up from my spot, and back over my shoulder I could see there was another area, another store that had medicine across the way. And I said, oh, over there, it looks like there's probably something over there. And I went over and I got him some NyQuil, and I came back, and a few other things. And so I got back to my spot and gave him the medicine, and I got the feeling that this was the safest place we could all be, which was why we were all crammed into this little area. And we were just hanging out. And while we were there, another family came through with a little boy, and they looked at us and they said, we need medicine. And I said, there's medicine over there, and I pointed to the area where I got up just a few feet away across the hall. And they went over to it and they got their medicine, and that family seemed to be hanging around like they had no other place to go, like us. Everyone in the dream seemed calm because of how exhausted everyone was, but at the same time we were scared. So we almost like we were drugged, almost like we were afraid and waiting for something else to happen or something to happen again. And it was like we were in a deep sleep of exhaustion, almost like we were drugged, and or sedated somehow, or just traumatized and couldn't function properly. Like we weren't trying to make provisions for ourselves. We were just totally out of it. And we didn't have any supplies either, so we were just too exhausted to even go looking for food or water or anything. And it was almost like we weren't in control of ourselves. And that was the end of the dream.